Race 19 of the Gen 4 series. We're in Homestead for the penultimate race. Qualified P3, got 85 laps tonight, 37 cars have made it here. Looks like 36 are currently on the track. We're P2 in points. Colton is here. Colton is like 4 points away from locking up the championship. He just has to make both events, and if we get maximum points and he finishes dead last, we got to do that twice to have any shot to win this. So basically, it's all over. That was on a average size field of 38 cars as well, and since there's 36, that's 2 points less. And we know Colton's not going to finish dead last. And I know I'm not going to get maximum points. So we're out here for fun for the last 2 weeks, which is fine by me. We do have Kevin that can still get around us. He's about 76 points back right now on us, so we have quite a bit of a gap. I don't know how it works with drop points to Kevin, but we do our own normal race. We should be all set to wrap second up. We are in the Lowe's car, Kyle Busch's 2005 Texas Busch Series car, the second race of this, or the second Texas race, which actually they were both both sponsored by O'Reilly's back in 2005, which is kind of funny. But the second race was called the O'Reilly Shootout, and there he drove a very similar to Jimmy Johnson's 48 car from that generation, the silver and blue. This has cobalt on the side with some diamond plating on the silver portions of the car, and it's got tool chests on the side of the car as well. We're running that scheme. We were going to run the Mountain Dew scheme, but and this one was planned for the last week, but decided to run it. We'll probably run it both races, round out the season. And just happened to be a coincidence that we were going to run this anyway, so we spent all season in the Hendrick 57 just doing all the 57 cars that I can find, and well, not all the ones I can find, but all the ones from that generation Busch series. Mix of drivers: Kyle Busch, Brian Vickers, Adrian Fernandez. There were a couple others in there that may have got some races. I can't quite recall. I don't know if Blake Freeze got a race in the 57. I know the 57 did a few DNQs. I think the first Texas race that Kyle did, he had a different Lowe's car. That's the one actually we ran that scheme at Texas. I don't think that car made the race. I think that was a DNQ. It was the Fire Ant car, which we did run in the Diet Dr. Pepper series and did get a win at Texas with that car. Thought about running that one, but those are more like one-off schemes. So I kind of one and done on those. We've done several of those Lowe's one-off cars. We did the Winter Seed car last week. That Phoenix, the red car with the green grass on the side of it. We've also done the Triple Strike Spectre side. Restarting here with coming up on lap 12. Still in P3, nobody pit. Yeah, back onto the paint scheme train. Yeah, we ran Triple Strike Spectre side. There was also a Fire Ant Spectre side. Under the Lowe's banner, Shop Back. We ran that one. And then the Adrian Fernandez Mexican, that was like a star green car as well, with the Mexican flag down the side. Maybe missing one, but yeah, I think it's because primarily the 57 was not the primary car. The 5 was the primary car, but then you also had Jimmy would come back down, at least for the Charlotte races, or at the time Lowe's Motor Speedway. They would field 3 Lowe's Motors or Lowe's cars. They'd have the 5, the 57 and the 48 on track. And not a lot of photos out there for the 57 car. Of course, it's a one-off. A few races here and there, not like a consistent weekly contender, but it was also young and up-and-coming Hendrick drivers. This was before Brian Vickers, or it may have been after Vickers got his title. I think he won the Busch title in 2002, so this would have been 2005. Yeah, so he would have already been in the Cup Series at that point in time. Kyle was also in the Cup Series, I believe. So he had already run his course through 5 car, I believe. Could be wrong. I think 2005 was his first year full time. Oh, anyway, yeah, Blake Freeze, I think, or that 5 car may have been split amongst many drivers. Anyway, that was a little while ago, and I haven't looked up on that season in a while. But yeah, the 57 never really did a consistent scheme. And we did a lot of Vickers cars as well, because those were the other cars that we painted up. So we did the Orida cars. There was a yellow one and a black one. So we did both of those. We did the Pizza Hut car. And then we did some Mountain Dew cars. And actually, I think we got pretty much all the 57 cars that have ran for Hendrick in those seasons, and it wasn't all 2005. There was some 2006 schemes, I think. That car only ran for like over a period of like 2 or 3 seasons, and only like for like 10 races. So we've pretty much ran all of them for this car. So I'm planning on putting all those up on Trading Paints at some point if they're not already there. And then the next time we come out for the next season, pending there is another Diet Dr. Pepper Gen 4 season, or K5 Gen 4, whatever league is next. I think we're gonna move on to doing either Jason Keller. Well, it will be Jason Keller cars, but I'm not sure if I'll stick with the Ford or the Chevy. I was leaning towards the Ford just to do something different. And I have most of those painted up already. And we could do a mixed season as well. Half a season in the Ford and then upgrade, or not upgrade, but transfer to different make. Be a little interesting though. I don't really know what the rules were back in the day on swapping makes. I try to run the same make every week because I can kind of keep track of the manufacturer standings, though with the two standings or two makes, and one being predominantly overpowering in numbers, the Chevy. That one pretty much is guaranteed to win the manufacturer's title. Another reason why maybe running Ford would be fun, just to give that car a little bit of a chance to have a battle for manufacturer's title. No, nothing like the 87s where you got 4 makes. That actually works out pretty well. So Chevy does still hold an edge there because that is the most popular make. But also you got GM fighting 3 ways for that manufacturer's title, and Ford's all by themselves. Much more chill of a night here in terms of we qualified up front and nothing's really happening. Colton's not in his purple machine. So the purple power. Oh, there is purple down the side of that car. We ran those colors last night, finished 3rd, so. See how it fares for Colton. I got really low in the corner and pretty much slid that entire corner. May need to start going up a little bit. I see Nick doing a diamond line, entering the bottom, pushing all the way to the wall, or maybe just late apexing. But I'm thinking now back to Texas. As the race went on, we did start to go up the track a little bit, and that actually helped us a lot at Texas. So maybe running a lane up will help us here. It is progressive bank. Left side tires again last night really weren't wearing that much, but we did get lucky enough that 4 tires did come into play late in the run. It took a long time for them to come in, and I really questioned myself until about 10 laps to go when we started actually making some progress, because it didn't look like there was any separation between the tires, and I felt like we may have waited too long. We did to catch James, but we was not by very much. A little over a second. And I don't know about the arrow. I saw some warnings about the arrow push or arrow loose on the cars. And I did not really notice anything in practice, but I really did not have anybody behind me to feel anything. I didn't get close enough, I think, to really see if it was impacting anybody. But we know that it was an issue, or has been an issue earlier at other tracks, tucking your nose right up behind somebody. Colton now has looked in his mirror, or at least decided to do something about people in his mirror. The problem now is they get to run down the straightaways. But with that, you get more tire heat, potentially more tire wear. Keep it low and slow may be the way to go. It's really unnerving out of the corner. That may be because we've had cars behind us that I have not felt at all today. Man, the second half of the corner just feels like the Wild West. It's just, the car does not have any trajectory that it wants to go. And it's so wide that it feels like you could put it anywhere you want. But I'm trying to run as wide as I can, not put effort into the tires. But I'm getting like no feedback when I do that, as the corner just falls away. Track is very odd that it has very shallow exits. The transition from banking to straightaway is probably one of the flatter transitions. The corner doesn't really have banking until you get like into the corner, which is very different than like any other high bank track. Everybody came down pit road. Everybody took 4 tires that I'm aware of. And fuel. 76 on all the way around, except for the right rear is 66. We got 50 to go, or just under, as we're coming to the green.
All right, man. 8 cars in.
Hopefully we can get a better restart than the last one.
Green flag, green flag.
Really nervous of wheel spin. I know it's fresh tires, but car just likes to rotate as well. It's pretty cold tires here. Take a lap or 2 for them to come up to temp. We'll be okay up the track for a lap or 2. I don't want to go all the way to the top for very many laps, but we can do it for a few. Should be fine. I just also don't run all the way up to the wall usually, so it's not a line that I know how to save and go fast with.
Clear low. 70 soft, left position. The car in C2 just hit the fastest lap. 33.291.
I think at this point, well, I think we already knew Colton pretty much had it locked up. I think at this point, the way that there's 2 cars out and there's 2 car, oh no, there is 37 cars in here now. So he may have 1 point. 1 point from locking it up completely. That is, unless somebody else leaves out of the race, then it's pretty much, it is locked up. But that's only if he happened to crash out right this second. If he finishes where he is, it is locked up for sure.
70 fastest left position.
And if we're, I think the number is 83. If we're, after this race, if we're 83 points ahead of Kevin, we just have to start the last race, and we should be locked into second. I think coming in, we were about 76 ahead, so that would mean we need about 7 points on him. I don't see him on the, he's in 7th right now, so I don't see him on the relative, but he's just 1 off it back there in that orange car. Colton is going for the lead. He wants lap lead, and if he does lead a lap, I'm pretty sure that locks his championship up for sure. And there it is. So pretty sure that locks it up for Colton, though we already knew that. That was just the formality.
Next car is clear. All right, man. Halfway this time out.
Kind of weird how everybody's all over the place. Especially Nick running the top. That is not normal. Track temp's only 98 though, so maybe it's because track temp's so low. I still think the bottom is the best way. Longevity for saving tires. This 1 lane up felt like it was getting better turn. I don't know if it is now. It may not be as good as it was.
Got one outside. Stay low.
Maybe everybody moving up to maybe the bottom is better.
Clear high. Next car is clear. Outside.
It is quite loose though doing that. I do like that 1 lane up. It's not as
All clear, all clear.
bad.
Got one outside. Stay low.
At least in 3 and 4. 3 and 4 is always difficult on the bottom though, because there is that little hump, or it's an apex change in the middle of 3 and 4, and the car, when you go to get on the accelerator, just snaps out.
Clear high, clear high. Got one outside. Still there? Hold the line.
May need to roll all the way back on brake bias here. It's a little tight on entry. Of course, the corners are also flat, so that doesn't help
Got one
with the car rotated. really likes to be
Stay low.
tight on that flat section on entry when you hit the brakes.
You're clear high, clear high.
Sun is coming out. I don't see track temp changing right this second, but that could be something that happens. Damon and Colton are really fighting pretty hard up there. We do have 37 to go, so hopefully long term that's a benefit to us. Everybody seems like they're in go mode though. I'm not in go mode. It's gonna be a long run
Inside, clear low.
if we go green.
Inside,
And my
stay high.
gut says it's gonna go green.
Still there. All clear, all clear.
Although we're kind of close on fuel too.
Inside, all clear, all clear.
That may be something we need to keep an eye on.
Inside. Stay high. You're on the low side. Stay high. All clear, all clear. Inside. Still there. All clear, all clear.
I don't know if anybody's realized how close we are on fuel.
Inside. Still there. Stay high. All clear, all clear. Outside. Still there? Hold your line. Still there? Hold your line. Stay low. You're clear high, clear high.
We're good on average, but if we try to push, we could potentially run out. That's why I'm saving right now while we can. If we do get a caution, it's all for nothing, but if we go green, I want to make it on fuel. Our best shot to win. And potentially, if it does go green, it may be pretty good looking at how hard everybody is running right this second. Which also means we need to stick to the bottom of the track and not increase the distance that we're going. If we start running the high line, they gotta cover more ground.
The leader just did a 34.109. Outside. Oh, there's a car on the high side. Still there. Still there. Stay low. You're in fifth place. Still there. You're clear high. Clear high. You got one outside. Stay low. You're clear high. Clear high. You got one outside.
I don't know if anybody else is saving. It doesn't appear to be.
Car on the high side. Still there.
I hear Nick's engine the entire time, but he may not be
Outside.
clutching. He may just be lifting off.
Still there.
But you'd think if they're saving, they would be running the bottom to cover less distance.
Stay low. You're clear high. Clear high.
Maybe they're not that worried about it. Right now I'm a gallon to the good on average, but the max,
All clear. All
which we
clear.
can't really run the max, but if I go start pushing really hard, I don't want to have to save any fuel or be concerned about saving fuel. I mean, I think for us, a top 5 is the goal, and every position above that is good, but I don't think we can risk running out of fuel. Well, we can, but I don't, it would not be fun. Well, I guess we don't have to worry about that now.
Single file. Your road is closed.
Alright, we got a small little, a little more than a small shootout. It's, we've got 20 laps, so a little less than the run that we just did. Damon on back took 2. I think Alex, or sorry, took 4. I think Alex took 2. He may have stayed out.
All right, man. Stay
I'm
hard.
thinking it was actually 2.
Green flag. Green flag.
I don't know how everybody's getting such great restarts. I am not. Gavin also spun tires there. Oh my god, it's so damn tight right now.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out. Line up single file. Your road is closed.
Alright, another restart here. See if we can get a better launch. We just
Ready.
have not had the restarts tonight at all.
The pace car is in.
Basically brand new tires once again.
Green flag. Green flag.
Yeah, I don't know how the front guys are taking off unless they're doing it in third. But I feel like the car's too loved to get a launch in third.
You got one inside.
Don't know how that's happening.
Still there. What's the line? All clear. All clear. Outside. Still there. What's the line?
See if we can get to the bottom. We can go a little bit harder. Because the laps are shorter. Oh my god, it just doesn't turn down there. The laps just keep winding down. We keep losing some with all the cautions going on. Another bad restart here, I'm sure, for us. That one was a little bit better. Car just does not have any heat in the tires yet. Very difficult to get it to turn. Hopefully we don't have any I shouldn't speak right now.
You got one outside. Too wide there. You're clear high. Clear high. Get back in third. Keep taking.
Oh, it just, there's no turn that low on the track. Okay, we should be good now. Tires should be up to temp. We shouldn't need the berry bottom like we kind of did there for a little bit. I can't believe how tight the car's gotten with the track temp drop. Just literally can't run that bottom lane right now. Going fast though, but in a straight line it feels like. There we go, we got some heat in the tires that last lap. We needed another lap, I guess, to go. But we're not, there's no way we're catching Colton or Damon unless they get together. Third, I would be very happy with. I don't know if we're third pace or third place pace, but we got third place right now. Maybe long run we do. Short run, I don't feel like I have that third place pace. But we don't have a long run to go. Don't really need to save the tires, but we don't want to overcook them, and we don't want to get on the apron. But we want to make sure we can get out of the corner, not so much into it. We can get out of the corner fast. That's where we're going to make time. And that means it's maybe sacrificing on entry to make sure we can hit the line we need to hit so we can get to the gas quicker on exit, quicker, fuller, and with intention, not lifting. And not spinning the tires. Basically, when we pick the gas up, we don't want to come back out of it. May need to find a different line that's going to work to get around Colton. Up to the high side there. Should be fine if we can get the power down. That little bobble me. We should be good then. Never mind. Thought that little bobble we had may get him back to us. We may run out of time. Just could not get fired off quick enough, and we were a little deep in the field. Or not a long enough run here at the end to make up. I feel like we're slowly getting them, but we're gonna run out of laps. Well, I surprised myself. Both Homestead races, we did very well. Finished second tonight, third last night. Not enough though. Colton wraps the title up with that. We may have wrapped second up with Kevin finishing back in 16th. Good win to Damon. Good race to everybody. Got a little messy there at the end, but that's okay. We had a good battle to run some green flag laps to wrap that one up. We got one more next week. Atlanta. Old Atlanta. Good Atlanta. Yeah, we'll be there for that one, as we are most weeks. And yeah, we'll wrap the Diet Dr. Pepper Gen 4 season up. One more race. Thanks to Gavin for hosting. We'll be there next week one more time. Thanks, Roy.